Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Happy Hour with Gigi. I am your host, Gigi, the Groovy Brown Goddess. I cannot speak today. Excuse me. The Groovy Brown Goddess. Welcome to my show. Welcome back to all of you returning viewers. If you were here before, drop me a thumbs up in the comments so I know that you're back for another happy hour with me. And if this is your first time, welcome. And I hope that you enjoy tonight's show and that you not only join me again next week for my show, but you join some of our other wonderful psychics on this network for their shows as well. All right, guys, it's happy hour. What are you drinking tonight? For me, I have the White Claw watermelon. I'm taking it light and refreshing tonight because it's been a bit of a day, so I just want to kind of have something to take the edge off a little bit. Just refresh, relax, and chill and enjoy your company here tonight. And my show is called Happy Hour for a reason. It's because I like to interact. I love to talk to you guys. So don't be afraid to talk to me, leave your comments. Also, the biggest conversation that I want to have with you tonight is in regards to your questions. So drop those in the chat now if you want to have me read on your question. And if your question is like a dramatic telenovela that's been going on for a while and it's got many moving parts and it's very, there's a lot involved, consider making a donation and getting a longer reading. That way we can really get into it and get down to the nitty-gritty like I like to do. And it's happy hour, so we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. I don't know about you guys, but when I go out for happy hour, I chat it up, we talk, we get down to the get down. So with that being said, let's have our first question for tonight. Audrey's back. I know Audrey. So hi. Is my man's ex-wife Cassandra plotting any kind of devious plan right now against me? She's been trying to tear us apart for 3 years now, and I've had to call the police before. She's next level crazy. All right, so her name is Cassandra. Let's take a look at what Cassandra has going on in regards to you, Audrey, and also in regards to him, right? You're half of the equation that she's quote unquote trying to tear down. So let's take a look. First off, I have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, along with the Four of Cups in the reverse, and that's followed up by the Nine of Cups and the King of Swords in the reverse. I feel like, she was going through a sense or a period of boredom in regards to all of this and in regards to paying such close attention to you and him. I felt like she may have taken a break from whatever it was that's her normal interaction with you or her normal dysfunctional interaction with you. And now, that boredom has kind of eased and gone away, but she feels a little down on her luck. And when she feels down on her luck in some other area of her life, that's when she starts to focus on you and him again, right? So let me know if I'm wrong, Audrey, but this kind of goes in waves. It's not just a steady assault. It kind of goes in waves to where she's there. And Audrey says she did. I feel it would be back on. Yeah. So it's like she was doing things in her own life and bored with the thought of you guys. And so living her own life. And then things start on a downward slide. And now she's coming back around to thinking about you and him. Right. And this whole King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so Audrey, I hope that helps you out and gives you some insight into what it is. Audrey says, yes, 100%. Thank you for that, Audrey. Yeah, so it's just interesting to me, and this is to everyone out there. It's just so interesting to me how when people get stuck in their own misery, how they want to take others down with them. I have been on a receiving end of that myself many times. I don't get it, because when I'm miserable, I'm not really trying to take other people into that misery. I'm trying to resolve whatever the miserable situation is and move on to something brighter. But there's a lot of people out there that do not think that way. And that's why the tarot is so powerful, because it gives you insight into what's happening, the motives, the next moves of those around you. And you can totally, figure out how to deactivate them. Or I say deactivate like there's some type of Energizer bunny that you could just pull out the batteries. But it does. The tarot will tell you a good tarot reading will tell you exactly how to pull their batteries out and stop them in their tracks. Thank you, Audrey, for your question and trusting me with it. So let's get to our next question. Jennifer, good evening. Good evening to you. I would like to know if you see this year being the year I receive financial freedom, please. Okay. Financial freedom. So we'll put it to, for some people, that's like, I never have to work again. I've sold my product and now I can retire. I've hit the lottery for the big jackpot. Or financial freedom can mean, okay, now I'm making enough money to where I don't have to worry about the month to month. I don't have to live from paycheck to paycheck. So let's just take a look at this year financially for you and just do a check-in at different touch points during the year and see where we're at. Wow. So I have this first checkpoint being June of this year. So by June of this year, I do see here the Daughter of Pentacles in this deck, which is the Page of Pentacles. And with that, what I'm getting is the feeling of you having learned something that now it's like a skill that you've picked up that can now benefit you financially. So you're able to take a step up because now you have this coin at your avail because of what you know and what you've learned and what you've worked hard to do. So that's coming about, and that should be your reality as of the June standpoint. And then if we skip ahead to about September, I have the World and the Reverse. And the World in Reverse is like the cycle has not been completed. So the previous cycle of learning, getting 1 foot ahead in June has not completed yet by the time you get to September, right? So you're still in that. And if you can continue to learn and add to your skill set, this cycle will just continue to pick up positive speed. And then skipping ahead to, I'm going to say the end of October, early November. All right, Jennifer. So it seems like you have some good opportunities coming up. You just need to be alert to what's happening and what's available around you, right? Be smart about it. And I'm sure you're very smart. That came across in the cards as well. So I hope that that was helpful for you, Jennifer. And yeah, I mean, I think that's an important point that we can pull out of her reading, which is, don't be walking around with the blinders on. Look at what's available to you. Look at opportunities. Don't be afraid to try new things and step out of your comfort zone, because it can benefit you tremendously. And people get really, really afraid. And when they see signs that their actual dream is starting to come towards them, they freeze up and get afraid. Do it scared. Do it scared, as some wise person has said. I know that's a popular saying, do it scared. Do it scared, absolutely. In 2023, I feel very much is the year for that for all of us. So let's keep this happy hour going. What's our next question? Okay, cheers, cheers. We have a donation of a 3-minute reading, thanks to Audrey. And I'm going to say this. This is a rule now, from now on with my show. It's happy hour. When we get a donated reading, everyone take a drink. Take a shot, take a drink, a gulp if you're just having a regular drink, a shot if that's what you're into, shots. So let's say cheers. Thank you, Audrey. So our 3-minute reading, her question is, okay, yes, continue, LOL. Need to know if I should expect anything to come. All right. So I do remember it's easy for me to jump right back into that. She says, hi, it's okay. So that's her original question. Thank you, production. All right. So what I'm going to tell you from the energy that I remember as the bell rang on us was with that King of Swords in the reverse. I see where there's going to be some contentious confrontations heading your way in the near future, because the King of Swords in the reverse, he's a mean motherfucker. Let me just say it like that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say those words, but I also have the King of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Death card in the reverse, and the Daughter of Cups, which is interesting because in my mind's eye, I saw that card on the last question. So what I'm going to say is, you and your sweetheart, he is coming through here as the King of Cups in that he's understanding, and I think he's starting to get on a different level just what it is that this whole thing, and Audrey says she's a mean motherfucker, LOL. Yes. So I'm seeing that, you know, he's starting to see you for all the things that you're taking from her, how you have weathered this storm with him. He's really sitting back and he's taking note of that in a different way. He's seeing the impact in a different way. He's seeing it in a more heartfelt way. Not that he wasn't necessarily seeing that before, but he's really getting now how in a heartfelt way. And that's going, in his support of you through this is going to ramp up, which is going to give you more energy to defend yourself, where right in this moment, you may not be feeling that, and that may be fueling why you're asking the question. But going forward, you're going to have more energy to deal with her, right? But she's not going away anytime soon. She's quite miserable. And with this Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, she's quite immature. And she tends to think, if you can see how she's looking into this cup at this fish, she sees how to manipulate you. You have to have more of a poker face with her. You can't go for every argument that she tries to kick up. Sometimes you got to walk away. It will freak her the fuck out, because if you say and walk away and not give her that energy, she won't know what to do in that moment. And Audrey says, yeah, sometimes I don't feel protected by him. I feel like that's going to start to change. Don't think it's going to change. Bam, he's a different person overnight. You're going, though, to see more from him. Okay. So yeah, don't give her so much energy. I feel like you give her a lot of energy in those situations, and you got to start pulling that. Literally won't know what to do with you, Audrey. Audrey says, not me, him. Yeah, but a lot comes from you too. She reads you. She reads you like a book, Audrey. So, poker face. All right. Thank you so much for your donation, Audrey. Thank you for being a return viewer. Thank you. I appreciate you joining me for happy hour this evening. All right. This is fun so far. I really enjoy happy hour. And thanks to Audrey, we had our cheers. Let's do another cheers. All right. And production, can I have my next question, please? Cindy says, good evening. A week and a half ago, my friend Jay messaged me to let me know the treatments he is getting for the cancer. Haven't heard from him since. Will I hear from him again? Okay, so Cindy, I remember this friend. And so we're not gonna get into his diagnosis, because that would be a medical question, which we don't do medical, general, or legal here on this channel. So let's just look at the aspect of communication. Let's look more specifically because, sweetheart, I've been noticing like this is kind of like a reoccurring question in your mind. So let's take a look at what is stopping his communication with you. And in that way, you might be able to get some comfort and come up with a strategy for how you can stay in better communication with them, right? So first off the deck, I have the Two of Cups in the reverse. I have the Six of Wands, and I have the Nine of Swords and the Sun. All right, ultimately, your friend is very fond of you. However, in this moment, with the Two of Cups in the reverse, I'm getting just world upside down. World upside down. Cindy says, I know, I get insecure. That's understandable. So world upside down to not being able to deal with things well. But with this Six of Wands, Cindy, I see here where you can maintain this connection, like victory for you in maintaining this connection, right? You do have to kind of chill though, because I feel like you need to chill a little bit in your attempts at communicating with him. And then I get the Nine of Swords. So there's a lot of ups and downs. One day your friend is up, the next day he's way down low. So I hope that was helpful. Cindy says, yes, I agree. Yeah, sweetie, just know how fond your friend is of you. And it's nothing personal to you, but there's a lot happening, obviously, with your friend at the moment. Thank you for trusting me with your question, and thank you for joining me for happy hour once again. All right, let's get our next question from our next happy hour participant, Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. The plumbers came out today. Do you think they will? Okay, wait a minute. The plumbers came out today. Do you think they will be able to fix my sink today or tomorrow when they come back? All right, let's see what's going on with your sink. We can't have plumbers making multiple trips and spending our happy hour money on stuff we would rather not have to even deal with, just problems, right? All right, so let's see what it looks like. It looks like we have the Two of Wands. So I see the plan in motion and temperance. Temperance is all about water. And I'm seeing like the water between the cups as the line being smooth, things working smoothly, and the God of Cups. I do think that the plumber is very understanding as far as the type of, position you're in because of this. And I really do think it can be worked out pretty easily, especially with this temperance card here, because there's an ease about the temperance card. So I would say yes. But with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, there's going to be definitely a financial hit in regards to all of this. But yeah, I think this is definitely going to work out the way you would like it to work out. You may have to pay for it, though. All right. And what else can we get, since we have some time left in your 2 minutes? With the Daughter of Swords and the Fool in reverse, be aware. I don't know if you live alone, but be aware of what people are putting down your sinks, down your pipes, because I feel like someone's not being careful, and that can lead to further problems coming up with this issue. So we don't want you to have this fixed only to turn around and have to like do it again. All right, that horrible bell. Rebecca said, absolutely. All right, Rebecca, thank you for that feedback. Thank you for your question. All right, so let's take a little Black History moment, because we are almost all the way through with Black History Month, right? And there's so much that we could highlight and spotlight during this time, right? But I feel like we can spotlight and highlight that stuff all year long because Black history is American history. It's a part of American culture. And it's always a good time for that. But in particular tonight, I wanted to take a little different viewpoint and talk about some of the Black nonprofit organizations out there that are doing excellent work. And, you know, there's like in a lot of people's minds, there's this thought of, okay, I'm not African American, so I can't really get involved with those organizations. That's a myth. Yes, you can. You can become a member. You can become a sponsor. You can just attend events that they have going on. You can do that. And if you feel especially the need to learn more about Black culture, you can attend events, like I said, become a member and immerse yourself in the work that those organizations are doing. And they're doing some excellent work out there. So there's going to be a cause that makes sense to you. And why not go for that, right? And if you are African American, do not sit on the sidelines. There's work to be done in our community. So get out there, get involved, and let's get it done. But a few of the ones that I wanted to call out to you are the NAACP, 100 Black Men of America, ACLU Foundation, Southern Poverty Law Center, Black Lives Matter, of course, and for $1 of every donation for each, $1 of each reading donation this month is going to Black Lives Matter from this channel. And there's also African American Roundtable and Black Women for Wellness. So that's just a few of the many organizations out there. Go out to their websites, see what it is they do, look at their event schedule, and get involved. I encourage you. I do it all year long, and I encourage you to do the same. So that, ladies and gentlemen, has been our Black History Moment. All right, let's jump in because it is still happy hour with our next question. Rebecca, and just stand up for justice and don't let people be. Thank you. Okay, I could go on a whole rant, Rebecca. We can have a whole drink about that. Yes, you know what it is when you see something wrong. Stand up. Don't be afraid to say something to that person. Even telling that person you're wrong can make a difference. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, production. We have Erica Serafina Rivera. Hey, pretty name. What is my person's feelings? All right, so I'm assuming you mean towards you. Lovely. So let's shuffle a few cards. How I'm going to handle this question, so you know, is I'm going to look inside your person's mind, and we're going to look at what's going on, their thoughts, their viewpoint towards you. So what we see might not be necessarily, she says, was wondering my person's feelings for me. Yes. So, you know, what he, and I'm assuming it's a he, I'm going to use the pronoun he. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but yes, we're going to look at your his feelings towards you. And just remember, his feelings might not be the truth of how the situation is, but it's his point of view. That's what we're going to look at, his head. So I'll start off with the Empress, good sign, and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I have the Hermit and the Supreme card, which is a card that is specific to this deck. With the Empress, he sees you as beautiful, lovely, all those good things. He sees you as a solid choice. He sees you in all your glory. Like, this is, I'm just feeling beautiful. And thank you for letting me know that that's the proper pronoun. With the Son of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's a feeling that kind of like he has this urge within him because of this, you know, viewing you in this way. It's almost like he kind of in some ways wants to run away, but he doesn't run away, right? Like he has the urge, but he's not quite acting on that urge, which is a good thing for you, right? But it scares him a little bit. It scares him how he sees you in such a perfect light, like how he sees you in this divine light scares him. With the Hermit, here, what I'm seeing is, all right, sweetie, the Bell Goddess, but I would encourage you actually to get a longer reading on this. There is quite a bit of information coming through with that that we could explore further. So if you, Erica says yes. If you would like to do that, I encourage you to do so, and you can go into the chat and make the donation to get the longer reading. All right, I love readings. Oh my God, it's like, you know, I've noticed in recent years there's a lot of readers out here that are showing a lot of hate on love readings. I am not that girl. Like, I feel like those are the best readings. I love digging into a good love reading. All right. With that being said, Erica says, damn it. I know, that damn bell, Erica. It's supposed to be bells going off at happy hour. This is a little different kind of happy hour, though. So we gotta deal with the bell. That damn bell. All right, producers, let me see that next question. All right, this is from Mona, and was told that we would be coming into a large amount of money in June, and it would be unexpected. Where do you feel it's coming from? Lottery? Oh, all right. I'm guessing another reader told you that. You didn't say for sure, but that's my guess. All right, so let's take a look. Here's what I'll do. I'll take a look at June. All right, and finances and where and how for June. Okay, since you were very specific about the time frame. And I have to tell you, I'm a straight shooter. Spirit gives me information, and I tell you that information. So, you know, what I'm saying is I'm not going to sugarcoat anything I see. All right, so month of June for Mona, finances. All right, we got the Page of Swords in the reverse. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the 10 of Wands in the reverse and a 2 of Coins. I'm seeing positive things here. So with this Page of Wands or Page of Swords in the reverse and this King of Wands, wow. Let me just do a double check here. I think there's a chance at some type of inheritance as well. But when I look at lottery, I think, to be honest, what I'm seeing here, and the reason this looks confusing a little bit is I think you're going to have money coming in, but it's not all from one source. So I think, yes, large amount of money, but I think from more than one source. So, you know, I do see something here about inheritance or an inheritance-like situation where someone unexpectedly hands you a large amount of money that is coming from someone you know. All right. And so that's one of your sources. All right. All right. So I hope that that was helpful for you. And I wish you luck with the money aspect of things coming up in June. You'll have to definitely stay plugged in and let us know how that turns out for you in June, Mona. All right, so let's go ahead and get our next question. From Diana Rodriguez. Hi, when will I be in a relationship, please? Okay, so let's take a look. We'll look at this year, Diana. We'll start with this year since we're in 2023, February. We'll do a few checkpoints and see, Spirit, please let us know what Diana needs to know as far as relationships at different checkpoints this year. So let me pull them out for you. All right. So when I'm looking ahead to April of this year, I have the King of Swords. That's definitely someone coming in that time frame. What I will tell you about that person is it's going to be with the man I want to be with. Okay, don't know if I understand that. I'm assuming you're saying you have someone in mind, which is a different question that I just threw the cards for. So I'm going to move forward with this reading. I do see by the end of April, this King of Swords, he's got a very testy personality in the sense that he can be he can look like everything you want to have, and then he can act like your worst nightmare. So that's what I'm seeing in the April time frame. Spirit's putting that forward as a warning of the fact that you may want to look very closely at this choice. All right, so that's at the end of April. Then when we skip forward to June, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. And that's going to be a period of time where I don't see a relationship at that point in time. I do see you trying to piece together some things, trying to take better care of yourself because it feels like you're coming out of a trying time. I want to say it has to do and is directly related to that King of. So hope that that was helpful for you as you look ahead, as you look forward at this year. So make wise choices, my dear. All right. So, I want to say thank you again for all of you for joining me for Happy Hour. But we do have many great shows on this channel. Diana says thank you. Thank you for trusting me, dear. We have great shows on this channel. And I want to say that if you want to have an even better time after Happy Hour here tonight, you'll join us at midnight Eastern for Squirrel Whispers from the Forest, because Squirrel is an amazing psychic, and I think that for those of you who know her, get into the comments and tell everyone else that's watching how great Squirrel is and why they need to come back at midnight to watch her show. Why don't you do that for us? All right, production. Can we get our next question, please? All right, we have a donation of a 3-minute reading. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you know what that means. Cheers. Take a drink. All right, so Erica, thank you for donating. So, okay, so we want to continue Erica's readings about her person and his feelings toward you. And kind of knew you were coming back. I switched decks, but I still have your original cards out. Isn't that amazing? I must be psychic or something. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to throw some extra cards on this since we are at the 3-minute reading. So as I was saying, with this Hermit card, your person, he'll be pulling back. Like, you're going to notice, like, he's not going to verbalize all of this that we were talking about earlier, like how deeply he's really feeling your presence. She says, yay. So, he's not going to verbalize it with this Hermit. He's going to be keeping that. His intention is to keep that to himself. But with the Supreme card, to be honest, dear, I feel like that is showing me that he really, at this point, it says he does, and he has for a while. Yeah. But as he looks for in the near future, as he's looking at you and your situation, I feel as if he doesn't really see where he's not like, it's like, I can't see myself doing any of this without her, right? That kind of feeling. Will he vocalize that? Again, I don't think he's just going to be like telling you that out of his mouth, right? You're going to have to really closely watch his actions. I have pulled some additional cards, the 5 of Swords. There's a potential here that you either already argue a lot, or you're going to go through an argumentative period coming up. And I also have the Moon in the reverse, and you're going to feel in the dark. You're going to feel like what's up is down and what's down is up a little bit. And I feel like some of that's already been happening, or is at least starting to come in for you. but you're going to be going through that period, and you're going to be like looking around, and this is near future. You're going to be feeling like nothing is familiar in the connection anymore. But hold tight, because I do have the Two of Wands, and you just have to understand. She says, we share the room. We have argued lots. Okay, step sibling. Okay, so yeah. So Two of Wands, Eight of Swords in the reverse, and Justice in the reverse. I just feel as if a lot of arguing, fighting, things seeming like it's not fair. And honestly, you're not going to understand why this is happening. And it's really, it goes all the way back to the root cause of his emotional insecurity, right? Like, let's be real. A man who knows how he feels, and with this Empress card, if he's seeing you that way, a man who knows how he feels and is completely mature and in touch with himself, he would have no problem letting you know that. All right. All right. So I hope that that was helpful, and hold tight during your upcoming period and understand from what we were just discussing what's causing it. Okay. So don't try to, what I'm saying is don't stress out too much, my dear. All right. Erica says he's immature. Yeah, I know. I can see that. Totally. All right. Well, thank you, my dear, for your donation. And for everyone else out there, as you can see, it can be incredibly helpful to have a little bit longer of a reading when you want to get down to the nitty-gritty of what's happening in your situation. And if you want to ask multiple questions and have a longer reading, you definitely need to order the mega reading here tonight. And you can do that in the chat. Production, what's our next question? Erica says, thank you. Thank you. And cheers once again. All right, so Bathsheba, ooh, I like that. When will my immigration papers come? All right, let's take a look at the status of your immigration papers and the channels that they're going to have to come through in order to get to you. How about that? Because a lot can be revealed just by looking at that. All right, Spirit, we have the Moon in the reverse, the Six of Wands, Judgment, and the Six of Pentacles. This is good news. All right, so with the Moon in the reverse, I think that's where you are right now, right? Kind of in the dark. Don't know necessarily what's happening on the back end is what I'm hearing. You don't know what's happening, so it's kind of like got you a little antsy, like what's really happening. But of course, the Six of Wands is a card of victory and a card of getting to a successful resolution. And since it's coming up as the second card here, I want to tell you that this means that it's not that far off into the future, right? So we have the Judgment card, and we have the Six of Pentacles as well. And that Judgment card and that Six of Pentacles makes sense in regards to a question of this nature, because it's like that final adjudication on the matter happening. So whether adjudication, because I don't know the ins and outs of immigration, unfortunately, but it feels like a very legal adjudication thing here with this Judgment card that's about to occur. So you'll get news that it's about to come your way before it actually comes your way. She says, thank you so very much. And then with the Six of Pentacles, it's like all's good again. Like we're cooking with gas over here, because as the old folks say, because now we're in a position to do things, to make moves, to be ourselves and move forward. Yes, sweetie. You got this. Don't worry about it. Use your mind for other things besides worry at this time. That's what I want to say to you. Your life's going to be different very soon because of this. All right. That's good news. Sometimes, you know, I feel like I've said many times, I don't sugarcoat my readings. Like if you want to know the truth, ask, because you'll get what spirit's got for you, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And sometimes that feels like I give out a lot of news that people don't necessarily want to hear. But tonight's been good news. Bathsheba says, thank you, thank you, thank you. So thank you and thanks, Spirit. And I'm just glad that I'm able to give out some good news. Now, please, let me not jinx myself and you guys with the next question. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And while I do that, I'm going to tell you about tomorrow night's lineup on my Psychic Connection. And at 7 p.m., we have Destiny K, Divine Love and Light. 10 p.m., we have Journey Ryan live. And 11 p.m., we have Cassidy the Card Slinger. And that girl's amazing. Those times are all Eastern. So if you're available at those times, I highly encourage you to get in on those shows as well. Rebecca says, the truth is always best. I'm glad you are all that way. Yes, yes. That's the one thing that I have noticed about this network and why I was comfortable in joining. Like, you know, from production back in the back of the house to what you see in front of you, everybody's a straight shooter. There's no one faking the funk over here. So yes, you're absolutely right. With that being said, let's get our next question, because we know we're on the what is it, the downside of our happy hour together, but we're going to be happy until the end here. So we have I don't want to mispronounce it. It looks like Asma Ali. Will I pass my medical psychical test in 1 week? All right, so sounds like you're in school, maybe, or sounds like you're taking some type of test at the doctor's. I need to know which one. So if you respond with that, we'll put you back on the list for a reading. But for now, let's go ahead. Production. All right, Debbie asks, would like to know if I am going to meet someone special soon in 2023. All right, Debbie, let's take a look at what's coming up. As I've been doing all show long, I will have some checkpoints here for this year, and we'll take a peek at what's going on in your life at that time. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Debbie? All right. Wow. So we're checking in at the end of April. I took a little peek and I got the Ace of Cups as a clarifier, which always signifies a new situation. But it is with the King of Swords in the reverse. Please vet these people wisely, okay? Because this King of Swords in the reverse, he's not what he appears to be. And it could be, you know, pronouns. This person is not what they appear to be. They show you one face and they are very much another. All right. So I want you to be excited for dating and meeting someone new, but I want you to vet them. Okay. Don't jump in with both feet. Vet. But by the end of June, we have a whole different situation going on with this Wheel of Fortune, which means the gods are basically shining upon you at this time and your wish. That's why I want you to stay positive, because even if you meet this King of Swords in the reverse and it doesn't work out because you have vetted him and you looked at him with your eyes and said, no, you need to stay positive, because if you remain in the mindset of what you want to have in your life, the end of June is an important time period. Your energy can throw that off though, so stay positive, please. With the 5 of Cups in the reverse, shows me by the end of August. Ah, that damn bell got us. It got us. That bell is rude as hell. At least it's not the last call for alcohol bell. But thank you for your questions, sweetheart. And smile and look ahead. You're going to be fine. Okay. Who do we have next here? Jennifer, hello. Can you tell me the feelings my friend Corn has for me, or would it be a waste of time to pursue it? Pursue a friendship turned romance, I'm assuming? And you can let me know yes or no really quick, Jennifer. I'm going to shuffle while you let me know. Just want to be clear on what the question is so that we can get the correct response for you. And she says yes. Okay, so what are their feelings? Is it worth pursuing? So let's take a look inside our Corn's head and see what they think and feel about you at this time. And then you'll know what you need to know about moving forward. How about that? So we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Empress, and we also have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Huh. Sweetheart, it's these conflicted feelings is what I'm picking up. Real conflicted, because the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Empress, they're at direct odds. So the thought process, the feelings here are, or maybe the feelings and the thoughts are at direct odds, right? Now, being associated with either of these, the Queen of Pentacles or the Empress, is a lovely thing. Like, this is just like high level for you, right? You're way up here and on your throne. But this person's feelings about you are so conflicted. 1 minute yes, 1 minute no. And with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, they're not going to make a... All right, so sweetheart, I hope that helps you getting that insight inside of their head to know exactly what it is they're feeling and what your next move needs to be as a result. All right. So let's keep this happy hour going. Who is next for us? We've got Norma. Do I follow my gut about this guy I'm started dating? Always follow your gut, sweetheart. That's why God gave us intuition, and it shows up in your gut, most definitely. But I understand why we can doubt ourselves, especially when it comes to someone we're dating. So let's take a look. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing for you that I've been doing. I'm going to look inside his head, see what he's feeling towards you. And then we're going to give you what you need to know moving forward. All right. So we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, along with the Ten of Swords. We have the Fool in the reverse, and we have the Nine of Cups. Talk about a conflicted reading again. So the Nine of Wands in the reverse is actually a good thing. It's a lowering of the guard. So the guard that he usually has up in regards to dating and, the person that he's with, which you expect to find with someone, a lot of times he's lowering that. I am not saying it's lowered all the way. It's lowering, okay? But there is the Ten of Swords here. He's got a lot of residual pain. I'm hearing residual pain left over from past situations that he has not resolved, not healed from. And that, unfortunately, is going to be what comes to rears its ugly head, right? With the Fool in reverse. The Fool in the reverse is quite reckless. And this recklessness, I feel directly with you, is going to be in regards to his treatment of you, Okay. And so, all right, my dear. So if that's anything along the lines of what your gut was telling you was so, then you just got a huge dose of confirmation. So I'm hoping that that reading was helpful for you as you charter those territories that you're currently charting. All right. And I thank you for your question. All right. Let's keep it going. Who's next, please? We have enlightened vision. Is my son and his pastor going to stand up for the truth and stop my daughter-in-law from spreading false lies about me at their church? Oh, wow. Whew, that's a deep one. Okay. I'm trying to think here momentarily how we want to approach this question. So we want to ultimately know if these lies are going to stop, and what your son and his pastors, what their action is going to be. So let's look directly at your son, what's going on in his mind in regards to this issue, how he's seeing it, and where his thoughts may be leading him to act. And then we'll do what we can with the remaining time that we have for the pastor as well. So let's look at your son. Okay. Wow. Okay, so your son is sitting in judgment because I get the judgment card here. So sitting in judgment of this situation, and I oftentimes get a positive attachment with this card, but I'm not getting that here. I'm just getting like judging this situation. And as you can see, there's a woman, she's going up those stairs, and I'm just seeing that as the wife, right? She's ascending in his mind. The judgment is there, not against her, okay? But with this King of Swords in the reverse, oh, there's a lot locked up that he's not saying to you, that he's not happy about the situation because he's not happy about. All right, so I hope that that was helpful. There's a lot going on there, my dear. And yeah, I hope that that works out for you. All right, let's take a look at our next question, please. We have Heaven. Love that name. All right, how are you? I'm good, Heaven, and I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you for joining me tonight. If drawn, can you please tell me Patrick's current thoughts and feelings about me? My initials are HK. Thanks so much. All right, so let's look inside Patrick's head. I have no problem looking inside someone's head to see what they're feeling about you. I think it's your business to know that, right? We're all out here making all kind of moves with people. We need to understand where they are at in their heads. Like, let's not make blind moves, people. Let's get readings and find out where these people stand, okay? All right. All right, so I have the Devil in the reverse, the King of Wands in the reverse, the Three of Swords in the reverse, and the Two of Wands. All right. Don't know what Patrick's deal is exactly, but I know that ego has a lot to do with everything, all action, everything, all feelings are tied up in his ego strongly, is what I'll tell you. There's a lot of egotistical stuff here on the table. With this Devil in the reverse, there's maybe some issues that he's been working through, and I don't know if those are directly addictions, but it feels like something that he was out of control in his behavior with. He's trying to really get his head around it and work it out, but being near you makes him feel somewhat out of control with it. I'm telling you what he's feeling on the inside. I don't know how much of this you see with your eyes, but I'm telling you, this is going on. All right. So I hope that that was helpful as you make your decisions going forward, deciding whether or not to walk alongside Patrick. All right, people, get your questions in. Our happy hour. Oh man, it's coming to an end soon. Let's get our last question. This is our last question, so unfortunately you can't get your questions in. I'm so sorry. All right, so last question. Last call for happy hour. Asma got the last question. Will a freeing gift shop run next 6 months, please? Okay, sounds like a business, right? And you want to know if this business will stay intact and running for 6 months. Give me a yes or no, please, Asma, because that's what I think that question is asking. All right. And let's take out that's the question I'm going to answer. I don't get the response here. So let's look at the outlook over the next 6 months, and we'll look at it month by month, starting with March. And for March, I have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, which means that it's like an uphill climb in March. Business will not be good in March. April, I have the 7, which is the Hanged Man. So that's kind of like hanging in the same state. There's an issue here with attracting customers. And I think it has to do a lot with the perception of the business and how people are looking at it. They're thinking it's one thing and really it's another. And so maybe the marketing isn't lined up to be what it needs to be in order to attract the right type of customer. So March, April, May, I have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. That will be a month of financial loss for this business. King of Pentacles, with it being in the reverse, is not good financial news. March, April, May. June is a good month. June, I have the sun. The sun is shining. All right, so I hope that that was helpful, my dear. Hang in there, and hope that it all works out well for you. Thank you all for joining me for happy hour. I had so much fun with you tonight. Again, check out some of those Black nonprofit organizations and how you can assist in their missions. Also, join us at midnight Eastern here tonight for Squirrel. Support her show. Get a good reading with her, and you'll have so much fun in the midnight hour with her. But until next week, same time, same place, come back for happy hour. I love you all. Good night.